Good evening, class. My name is Tyrone White. The topic I will be discussing about is social media. Now, I've been wanting to talk about social media for a very long time. Social media is an increasing issue between civilization, which is whether it's communicating or dealing in a relationship. So there's a lot of pros and cons to social media, and most of there's more to me. There's more pros. No, to me, there's more cons than pros to social media for the simple fact that with communication, like I said, communication, relationships, issues with family members, and then also there could be some pros to it, which is, you could connect with a lot of people worldwide. Like I could connect with some of you as I am right now. Some of you may be miles away from Connecticut. That's where I'm from, and you'll still be able to connect with one another. Um, the big thing about social media is that social media is never private to me. It's never private, and it gets a lot of people in trouble. Like I said, social media has, well, us as people, we have this thing to where we feel the need to always post things on social media, whether it's having a baby, graduating from somewhere, or something simple as going into the mall and not being able to fit inside and fit into a size 5 dress for some of you females, or for some of the males that'll like say how something is wrong with their gaming and whatnot, things of that nature. Nothing is really personal. Everything is always out. Somebody always knows about something, so everybody in the social media world knows about something. And with that being said, if I was to post something, then that would be seen by a lot of people, which will have one person tell another person, and that person will tell another person, and then it goes on to where everybody knows. Where it'll even go on to some people that you expect that you didn't even want to know, but it'll still get to them because people talk. Like I said, and the thing with relationships, it ruins relationships. Social media ruins relationships to me. I feel like that is a big con to social media. For the simple fact that there's a lot of things like with the memes nowadays that a lot of people follow by, and a lot of people think that it's right in a sense to act a certain way or to be a certain way. Well, I shouldn't say relationships. I should say just in general of how society is supposed to be. There's a lot of memes nowadays to like say like how we're supposed to act, or how this is supposed to be done, how that is supposed to be done, and most of the time that's not ever the case. Half of the time that's like ignorant. It doesn't make any sense, and we tend to follow that for some reason, and that something like that has been a big issue to me because it doesn't separate us mentally. It just shows that we should all be the same mentally, and I feel like we shouldn't all be the same. We shouldn't all act a certain way in order to. We shouldn't all act a certain way because we feel that society is telling us that this is the right way to act, and it just doesn't make any sense. I just feel like everybody should have their own mind to what they want to do. Everybody should have their own thoughts and opinions to how they feel things should be, and they shouldn't have to follow what social media is saying to them. And also for social media, I feel like it's really easy to access a lot of things. Like with art, with the kids nowadays, it's very easy for them to access adult film or anything that they're not supposed to be accessing. Is easy for them to access. um I feel like I honestly feel that it's, yeah, it's like I said, it's easy for them to access anything on social media, all you have to do is really just type it on Google and it'll pop up. You type in your name on Google, it'll pop up, and that's pretty much it of what I have to say about social media. I just feel like there's social media is great and all, but um, there's a lot of cons than pros to it. The pros are good, it's obvious. It's just we as humans don't use social media the correct way of how it's supposed to be used. We use it for different ways. And actually, no, communication has been what we've been talking about. Communication also has been a huge deal with social media. Like the pros is like I said earlier, that yeah, we communicate with different people, like how I am communicating with you. It's easy to communicate with most of the people in the world. Easy. The con, really, like I said, and I said this in my discussion post, is that it it hinder us from actually having face to face, having a face to face connection. And usually when we can't ever like really enjoy ourselves because we're always on social media or we're always surfing the web for something. Like if I'm face to face with you, or if we're out on a date or we're trying to have a good time, we're mainly focused on our phones or what's going on in the social media, who tweeted this, who updated this status, or what was being said. We have a hard time with enjoying ourselves and not appreciating the days or the times that we have with one another. And I believe that that is a growing issue in today's world, and I feel like it will get worse because social media is going to keep growing, and there's going to be more and more websites to come out. There's going to be something that's bigger than Facebook to come out. There's going to be something bigger than Twitter that's going to come out in the future. YouTube, that will probably be the only video thing that's big, and etc. Yeah. Hope everybody have a good night. That's all I have for social media. Thank you.